All right, let's jump into the dueling mocks. Should we start with our buddy Charles Davis or our homie Pete Prisco?
I think we all agree that in this room, unanimously,
we have more respect for Pete.
We have. Are you joking?
I'm being serious.
You have more respect for Pete Prisco than you do Chuck Robinson?
Yes.
Yahoo Sports?
I do.
Do you have beef?
I don't have beef.
Is this a Marcus Mosher situation?
No. I like Charles Davis a lot. I just think Pete Prisco is just a little bit more plugged in.
I'm so dumb. You've been saying Charles Davis this whole time, and I thought you were saying Charles Robinson.
Yeah, I was
Yahoo.
like,
Oh, no, not Charles Robinson. No.
be,
Charles
bro.
Davis of
Yeah.
NFL Network.
thanks for listening, Eric.
I like both a lot. I think both are really good.
I think they're both
I
very
just think
talented
I think Pete Prisco might be have a little bit more inside info. I think Charles Davis is a good scout. I don't know that he has as many sources around the league as Prisco does.
Okay.
In which case, let's start with Charles Davis.
Let's okay, yeah, let's do it. So what is this? This is a full first rounder?
It's a full firstie.
Put that full first round mock in my face.
Alrighty, let's do it. Let's freaking do it.
Whose mock is more impressive?
All right, so do you want to do a little guessing game here?
Put that mock on the table and let's judge it for ourselves.
So first overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Aiden Hutchinson. Ringy ding, read him in week.
Charles Davis does not have them taking Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, that's good. That means Charles Davis knows what he's doing. He's giving them an offensive lineman. He's probably going to give him Evan Neal, who's the leanest 350-pounder I've ever seen in my life.
It's Trayvon Walker.
That's exactly what I said.
Boom.
Nailed it.
Aiden Hutchinson, though, is going number 2 to the Lions.
Wow, Trayvon Walker going from projected
it's crazy,
at times to be a Dallas Cowboy at pick 24.
Is he not the fastest riser of any that we've seen in recent memory?
Well, if you go back and just relive his combine, dude, I mean, he's the single most athletic human, pound for pound, that this country's ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
It's indisputable.
It is.
It's irrefutable.
He is definitely going to go top 5. Now there's a debate. Does he go 1?
Number 1.
Or maybe,
if he
might
could go
not
0,
go worse than 2.
If he could go 0, I think he would. If it was possible to be the 0 overall pick in the draft.
Oh, man.
Exactly what it would be.
Okay, apparently the 940 said that Charles Davis predicted 14 correct picks last year, which was the most of any expert. So maybe Charles Davis.
Okay, maybe Charles Davis is about to tell you to suck it.
Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the dude. All right, Aiden Hutchinson was number 2. Kayvon Thibodeau goes number 3 to the Houston Texans. Davis has Ike Ekwonu going 4 to the Jets, the offensive tackle of NC State, and then Evan Neal going to the Giants at 5. First quarterback off the board to the Panthers at number 6. You want to guess which quarterback?
He's giving him Pickett.
It's Malik Willis.
That's what it should be.
It should be Malik Willis.
Malik's boom or bust, but the boom could be nasty.
I will say today I was listening to the McShays of the world and some of these other analysts out there, and they are saying some of the same stuff, as Matt Rule might have his eyes set on one Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's that relationship there from the recruiting days. Matt Rule at Temple, Kenny Pickett about to go to Temple. Matt Rule goes to Baylor. Kenny Pickett says, believe this, I'm going to go to Pitt.
Jermaine Johnson II, the edge rusher out of Florida State, goes to the Giants at number 7 with their second pick. Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State, the receiver, to the Falcons at 8. Sauce Gardner. Gosh, I love Sauce Gardner. To the Seahawks at 9. Is that not a Seahawks pick if you've ever seen one?
Oh, for sure.
Sauce Gardner.
Total.
That is perfect for Seattle. Derek Stingley, the LSU corner, to the Jets at 10. Stingley had a great pro day today. He really impressed. He crushed the 40. And I think a lot of people that were iffy on him, he had a 38.5-inch vertical. The reports from scouts that were there today were very impressed with Derek Stingley. And I said this last night. I think people were just overthinking it with him. I mean, he hasn't played a lot of football the last 2 years, but come on.
I mean, didn't we learn
the guy's
something?
just a freak talent. With Jamar Chase.
Well, and isn't there a few
and
guys?
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I was about to say Micah, Jamar Chase. There's guys that sat out a year and then
I was nervous
still
about
crushed.
it. I'll admit that.
Of course, because it was a bit unprecedented.
Right.
But now we've seen this, and it's like, okay, freak show dudes don't just all of a sudden suck. Now, the Stingley thing, he's coming off the Liz Frank injury, right? The foot issue, which is definitely something to be a little bit concerned about. But He's 6 months removed from it or whatever, and what did he do? Busted out a sub 4.4 40. He broad jumped like 10.2 or something. His vert was strong. Like the dude was.
Well, as a freshman at LSU,
he was locking dudes.
He was the best corner in the country on a national championship team.
Amen.
And he was going one-on-one in practice with Jamar Chase, who is arguably in the top 3 to 5 wide receiver discussion in the entire NFL right now.
It's going to be hilarious if he ends up slipping to like 15 or 18 or something stupid. Like, it's just, we're going to look back on it and teams are just going to be
They're going to look foolish.
Yeah.
He's absolutely a savage. Kyle Hamilton, who a lot of people believe might be the best player in the draft, goes 11 to Washington in this mock.
Stylistically, is that a strong safety kind of guy, or is that a center fielder?
I think he's a center fielder.
Okay.
Kyle Hamilton can do well. So here's the thing. He's not the speed from a 40-yard dash standpoint doesn't stand out to you, but when you watch him play, he can cover a lot of ground. He's a very smooth player.
Okay.
He can go sideline to sideline for you. I mean, Kyle Hamilton just does. I mean, he's really, really good at reading the field, reading quarterbacks. He's a smart player. Very quarterback of the back end kind of deal. Not an Ed Reed, but I'm trying to think of an NFL comp. It's a tough one.
I was going to make the joke about my wife calling me the quarterback of the back end, but I'm not going to do that. That would be insane.
Trent McDuffie, the Washington corner, goes to the Vikings at 12. Charles Cross, who the Cowboys have had in for a visit, goes to the Texans at 13. Jordan Davis, who the Cowboys are also visiting with, goes to the Ravens at 14. That would be a big home run for the Ravens. Devontae Wyatt, the defensive tackle out of Georgia, goes to the Eagles at 15. Chris Olave to the Saints at 16. Trevor Penning, our guy from Northern Iowa, the offensive tackle, to the Chargers at 17.
Oh, what a freak.
Andrew Booth, the corner from Clemson, to the Eagles at 18. George Karlaftis, my dude, the edge rusher from Purdue, at 19 to the Saints. Kenny Pickett, small hands, Pitt quarterback, to the Steelers at 20. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah, who is at the Star in Frisco today, goes to the Patriots at 21. Jahan Dotson gets to play with Aaron Rodgers, goes to the Packers at 22. Drake London goes to the Cardinals out of USC at 23. And then Zion Johnson is the pick to the Cowboys at 24, according to Charles Davis. So now we flip over to Pete Prisco.
I'm not mad at Zion Johnson, by the way.
I'm not mad at it. I would just rather have Kenyon Green if I got to choose between the two. But Zion Johnson, some might say, is just a cleaner player. Evan Neal goes 1, the offensive lineman. Aiden Hutchinson goes 2. Trayvon Walker goes 3 to the Texans. Now we move down to where the Cowboys are picking at 24. Who is still on the board?
Derek Stingley.
Derek Stingley is not on the board.
I know.
Unfortunately. Chris Olave is on the board.
Okay.
Traylon Burks is on the board.
Okay.
But the Cowboys in this scenario
Kenyon Green.
go.
Loftus.
Green is also available.
Oh.
But Prisco has them taking
PD.
Tyler Linderbaum, the center out of Iowa.
Maybe they're just trying to fool us all with their distance from Linderbaum.
Maybe. He says they could go a variety of ways here in terms of position, but I think they need to get better in the middle of their line. Linderbaum is the best of this center class. So, look, we're not hearing a lot of buzz about the Cowboys and Tyler Linderbaum. We think that they might feel as though he's too small and he's undersized. I think that's foolish, because if you just watch Tyler Linderbaum play, I don't think the size is any issue whatsoever. And he comes from a school that is just an offensive line pipeline to the NFL at Iowa. And he played against Goliaths in the Big Ten that are just massive human beings at defensive tackle at Ohio State and at Penn State. And I mean, you name the school. And the bigger-bodied players were not an issue for him. Much like Jason Kelsey, right, with the Eagles, who's a perennial All-Pro.
Yeah, that's true.
But it doesn't seem like the Cowboys are in love there. But if he's there,
and I still just feel like McCarthy and these guys are confident in Biotish. I
think they are too, and
he
Matt
was better
Farniok is an
towards the end of the
interesting name
season.
to consider as well. They did take him out of Nebraska late in the draft last year, and when he got playing time, and I understand it was late in games and it was against backups, but he performed well. Maybe they do have some faith in Farniok's ability to develop, and if given the opportunity to start, they can see some progression in his game as well. I don't know. I'm just throwing out maybe what their thinking is there.
Of course, yeah.
And 2-4 said Prisco is absolutely terrible at predicting anything. Seems like he covers another sport outside of NFL football, and this is just his hobby. I don't know. We've had him on the show. He's buddies with Broadus. I think Prisco is a very smart individual. He's been doing the NFL deal for a long time, but maybe Charles Davis, when it comes to the draft, is better. I personally did like his mock better than Prisco's there.
Hey, 214, I do respect that square peg, round hole joke that you made on the truckwreck.com text line. Don't get me wrong.
And the 214 also said, I'll quarterback your end. I love that.
All right, let's do it.